Thank you all for coming. Welcome to tonight's Candidates Night. I do want to tell you at the beginning of the night that we are recording this and it will be played on our local cable channel. No pressure. I also want to let you know that we have some town reports next to the entrance here if you want to pick up your copy tonight. We also have some refreshments in the back corner, so please help yourselves. There's water, if like me, you need some while you're speaking. My name is Christine MUIR. I'm the chair of the advisory board this year. I'd like to thank all the candidates who are here for coming tonight, but also for putting your names on the ballot and participating in our town government. It's a really important job. It's a little bit thankless, so I'll say thank you now to start it off on the right foot. I'd also like to thank our town administrator, TRACEY HUTTON, for organizing this event tonight and for coordinating so many of the different details with candidates and everybody else who is involved in making this happen tonight. So with that, I'm going to turn this over to TRACEY HUTTON.
So I'm just going to go over the format a little bit and the rules. The first part of the evening, we're going to have the candidates line up on that side of the room and come to the podium one at a time to do a 1-minute intro. You know, who you are and, you know, why you want to run. Christine is timing people. She's going to give a 10-second warning.
And I'm tough.
After that, we're going to call up the contested races one at a time. There'll be 1 or 2 questions depending on the race. You're all getting the same questions for each race. You'll have 1 minute to answer those questions. Again, Christine is on the time. There's not going to be any rebuttal or follow-up questions. We really want people to just kind of to get an idea of what the candidates stand for and have the ability to talk to them follow-up after the formal presentation is done. So after we go through the candidates, I'm just going to do a quick rundown of the debt exclusions because those are also on the ballot and explain what a debt exclusion is. And then we'll have time to mingle and discuss what the candidates you're most interested in and have some refreshments. And we're going to try to wrap it up by 9 tonight. So, and I think that is it. So with that, can the candidates line up, please?
My name is KIERNAN. I live on Alexandra Way with my wife Jen and our dog Chili. I'm running for planning board here in town Dunstable. I've been a resident for about 2 years. To give you some background on me, I'm a licensed realtor in Massachusetts. I manage the graduate housing at Harvard Business School, and that involves managing the housing services, planning, development throughout Boston as well as other parts of the city. As a planning board member, I'm looking to maintain smart planning through sustainability, as well as a focus on the senior housing project that's in the future for town of Dunstable. I was also involved in the capital planning committee and recently just finished that for the annual town report. That's about it. Thank you.
It was my luck to be second in the line there. My name is George BASBANES. I'm running for the planning board. I believe I am unopposed, but my daughter, the selectman, insisted I be here, so here I am. I've been on the planning board for quite a few years. I have been practicing law for over 50. I just retired on the 1st of March. The planning board is a very interesting board. Sometimes we're the prisoner of our own name. They call us the planning board. We do less planning than we do controlling development, in the sense that somebody comes in with a plan, we decide whether or not it's a subdivision or not, and then if it is, then we work with the developer for conditions and such. So as a planning board to say, what are we going to do? Unless the selectmen tell us to do something, it's not our function. I would greatly appreciate your vote, even though I'm unopposed, so I'm the only one that really has to vote. And then we'll be 43 years.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name's DENYSE. I'm running for Parks Commissioner. I've been in town since 2001 with my wife and 4 children who've all been through the school system. I've been involved in the town in some capacities. I've been quite involved in Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts. I have a Girl Scout I've done a lot of things around town, from building trails with the Boy Scouts to help organize their parade. I've been on the parade committee for many years now. I've also been recently supporting the playground committee, which is a subcommittee of the Parks Commission. And I think we've done a wonderful job in laying out a plan for a new playground at Swallow Union. There'll be an article on the warrant. I ask you to consider that. I think parks is a really important thing in town because our open spaces are most important. They make us and define us in our rural character, and maintenance and improvement of them is very important, and I ask for your support. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. My name's Ryan McLean. I live on Alexander Way. Lived here for a couple years now. I moved here with my wife Chrissy, my daughter Kyla, and my son Max for the awesome school system that you guys have, and also for the open space. I wanted my kids to grow up in a rural community, wanted them to go to good schools. That's the reason why I'm running. I want a good school system for my daughter and my son. I believe I have some skill sets that would help there. I was the Director of Veteran Services for the City of Melrose. We were a regional collaboration with Wakefield and Saugus. I worked with 2 administrators and a mayor, and also 2 boards of selectmen and a board of aldermen, collaborating on veteran services, ideas, policies, and programming to try and make it fit for all the people who needed those services, veterans and their families. So I've done the collaboration, which I think is important when you're running a district. We need greater collaboration and continued collaboration with our school system in order to make responsible choices in the schools. We need to make sure that our schools are well funded, but also responsibly, because that's what the people voted for last year, and that's what I'd like to continue. Thank you.
Hello and good evening, everyone. I'm Ron Michael, and I'm a candidate for the Board of Selectmen's position. A little bit of bio on myself. I am today in a semi-retirement mode. It depends upon how semi it is. My wife might have an interpretation that's different. But coming from managing director for C.B. Richard Ellis Company, Boston, Mass. And a little bit of bio on myself with the town. I've been on the fire department now for 12 years. And an EMT here in town, as well as a couple of other towns, about 8 years. Some of the accomplishments that we've had with the fire department and myself in particular is the introduction and the rollout of the SAFE plan. And I know we got some children here tonight that may have been through some of the classes at Swallow Union. That's a program that we brought to town along with Chief Charlie Rich, and it's been a great program.
2 seconds.
I'm getting the hook.
Hi, my name is Eric McKenzie, and I'm running for the 1-year appointment to the planning board. My family and I chose Dunstable as our home for both its beautiful open spaces, working farms, rural town character, and excellent school system. But maintaining our beautiful town, however, requires careful decision-making as we face new challenges. The decisions we make today regarding development can't easily be undone and will affect us all for many years to come. I see the role of the planning board as a very important one here in our rural town, one that requires an understanding of our community and our bylaws, the ability to carefully and objectively review projects, and to work with my colleagues on other town boards. I'm going to cut my, professionally, I'm an engineer. I've worked in engineering for 25 years. I've worked in groups where we have pressure to do the best thing we can with little dollars and stuff like that. I'm not affiliated with any business related to real estate or residential construction or development. I'm only a citizen who is passionate about preserving what we have here in Dunstable and committed to doing my very best.
Water bottle. My name is ADRIA Fischer. I am running for the Parks Commission as well as the free lecture fund. That's way too long to say. 3 kids, 2 dogs, live on Lake Street. I've been working at Kronos Incorporated. Some of you have probably used our time clocks. I'm in marketing there, so I would bring a fresh perspective to the Parks Commission. I tend to be kind of a gut instinct marketing person. I'm not a salesperson by any means, but I am actually transitioning toward project management because that's a better skill set for me. I'm very responsive, very efficient, budget conscious, as my husband reminds me constantly. He's pleased with that, by the way. I moved to Dunstable 5 years ago. I think for the same reasons that a lot of us are relatively new to Dunstable, new meaning 10 years. I want to be part of the community. So this is my first venture and foray into joining the community. It feels good to be in this town, and I want to stay here for a long time.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out for Candidates Night tonight. First, I'd just like to thank the town administrator, the advisory board chair, and the library for hosting this event. My name is RAFAEL GLOD. My signs are the red ones all over town. I'm a lifelong resident of Dunstable and a graduate of the Groton-Dunstable Regional High School of the 2010 class. More info can be found on my credentials and what I've been doing on this nice bright yellow card that my lovely sister will be passing around to everyone. Our elected officials, which is what we're all up here trying to be, should reflect the balance, the needs of their constituents, the community, the students, the staff, and the parents. I believe that we should work together as a team in order to prepare our younger people to be successful in the 21st century for the best of our abilities. I believe I'm up to the challenge. I'm ready to serve Dunstable, and I appreciate your vote on May 15th. Thank you all so much.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Matthew Morton. I live over on Main Street in Dunstable. I've been here for about 4 years. I'm running for the Board of Road Commissioners. I've got some experience working with the Highway Department here and there plowing snow. I currently work at Lawrence Academy in Groton on the Buildings and Grounds Department. So right now I'm just kind of trying to help out the town in ways that I know how to do. It's one of the ways I can try to give back, and it's about all I can give you right now. Hopefully I get that in under a minute.
Well under. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name's Mike MANAHAN. I've lived in town for 22 years, and I'm running for selectman. I feel that the best way to serve the town is to get more people involved in the process in town. Right now we have an average of 100 to 150 people that show up at the town meetings, unless we have a big thing going on or whatever, but those 150 people run the town with their vote at town meeting. So my biggest thing is to try to get the information on what's going on in the town, in the selectmen's offices, and the different things that are going on, the different boards and stuff, the Trails and Parks Commission and stuff like that, to let the people know and get more information out there in a way that
10 seconds.
the new way with, Twitter account or whatever and stuff like that, to tweet out the things to people in social media. I want more informed people. And that's what I'm going to try to do. Get information out to the people.
I'm taking this time.
Good evening, I'm Paul DALIDA. I've been in Dunstable about 23 years now. I have hoped to get the opportunity to serve as a road commissioner, continue serving the town, currently on the Master Planning Commission and the Safe Pathways Commission. In the past, I've served on the Building Commission for the schools, high school and the middle schools as well. Excuse me. Other community involvement is the Historical Society and the Dunstable Rural Land Trust. By vocation, I'm an engineer, graduate civil engineer, have over 40 years experience in transportation infrastructure, and hope to be able to bring that experience to Dunstable to successfully upgrade our roads and keep them safe. Thank you very much.